BYU's AJ Dybantsa just delivered a legendary performance that proves that the Cougars are national championship contenders. Welcome into the Open for Business Big 12 podcast. I'm your host, John Kurtz. This is where the Big 12 just means more. Just bet more to AJ Dybantsa today. If you were watching Big 12 hoops, really not just him. We got two 40-point efforts out of freshmen in the Big 12 today. It was wild. It started with College GameDay in Lubbock, and the day is not over. The day is not over, my friends. We'll see what happens in Manhattan. My hopes are not very high for a crazy special performance, especially with Darren Peterson out, but we shall see. 43 from AJ Dybantsa today to somehow steal the spotlight from Kingston Flemings, who had 42 for Houston in a losing effort, or maybe JT Toppin going for 31 and 12 in a win over Houston for Texas Tech. Crazy to think that anything could usurp that game, but in some ways, AJ Dybantsa's performance did. By the way, for Texas Tech beating Houston, snapped a 16-game road winning streak for the Cougars that dated back 2 seasons. That 2 seasons of road wins in a row for the Cougars playing in the Big 12, the best basketball conference in the country. That shows you the significance of what Texas Tech was able to do. They did it by scoring 90 points, 90 on a Kelvin Sampson team. I know that Houston fans, I saw some frustration online about the officiating in that game. You gave up 90 points. And Kelvin Sampson basically said as much in the postgame, said, I'm not going to complain about officials. I think he was upset with them getting beat. Was it on the glass? Like second chance points? I can't remember exactly, but he pointed to something else and was like, I'm not going to complain about the officials. I don't think anyone's beating Texas Tech at United Supermarkets Arena this year. That place is just a house of horrors. And even today, when it's snowing outside in Texas, look, I know how Texans handle snow. It's usually not very well. I once was in an ice storm in Dallas before the 2000 Cotton Bowl when K-State played Tennessee, and it was crazy. But yet everybody showed up, packed house, loud environment. It was awesome. The Big 12's insane. Also, it gets packed at the Marriott Center where AJ Dybantsa had his legendary performance today. If we're talking about national championship contenders in the Big 12, I mean, I think you've got 5 on this list. Kansas may be a fringe team. Like if Darren Peterson stays healthy, maybe they enter that conversation as well. But obviously Arizona, Houston played for a national championship last year. Texas Tech, Iowa State, and I would throw BYU into that group. And I think a lot of it is because of what we saw from AJ today. Look at the ceiling with him. Like, notice BYU is in this group of national championship contenders. He elevates the ceiling of that team of what is otherwise already a very good team. And maybe, frankly, one that would be good enough to win a national championship anyway. But you saw today that he can turn that dial all the way up when he's hitting from outside, which is a huge part of what he did today, 4 or 5 from 3-point range. What are you going to do? I mean, how do you stop him? There's not really any kind of way to do it. It reminds me a bit of, I think it was Joe Wheat on Twitter, who's a good follow for BYU fans and just Big 12 fans in general. I think I saw him making the point, like Joel Klatt had said something about, I felt like BYU football's ceiling topped out at like 10 through 12 or something. He was like, yeah, that's kind of the perception, right or wrong, of BYU. It's LDS university. They're only going to get a certain type of player that's not good enough to be more than the 10th through 15th best team in the country. It's like if you took BYU's football reputation and then dropped the best player in college football on the team, what does that do to the ceiling? Reminds me a bit of this. Like, hey, BYU probably is like a, top 15 to 20-ish team without AJ Dybantsa, but you drop him in the mix, now they can be a top 5 team. They can be a Final Four team. They can be a national champion caliber of team. He goes 15 of 24 from the floor. Like, guys, he only missed 9 shots. This was not like the old Allen Iverson, like 43 points on 45 shots. This is 43 points on 15 of 24 shooting. He got to the free throw line 10 times. He was aggressive. I mean, we already know that Debonsa's got this bully ball capability to him. He showed a lot of that today. Put his head down, get to the rim, get fouled, get to the line, make free throws. And then it was late in the game when he really starts stepping back. I mean, the game was pretty much decided by the time he started raining threes, but he hit those 3 threes late in the game where you're just like, what do you do then at that point? Like he's just bullied you the entire game. So you got to be like, hey, if you're going to shoot the three, man, just shoot the three. We got to give you that. Well, now he's hitting it. Now he hits a contested one on the last one. Then a defender comes flying out and closes too hard on a three, and he blows by you for a totally uncontested tomahawk jam. Like, again, what are you supposed to do when AJ Dybantsa is doing that? There's just not much that you can do. So there's one other key, I think, to what he's doing. But before I do that, please do subscribe to the channel, like the video. Big 12 fans, college football, college basketball fans alike, this is a great place for you. Subscribe to the channel, please. Totally free, and it really helps. AJ Dybantsa is evolving. He wasn't bad against Utah the first time around. He had 20 in the game at Utah, by the way. The Holy War has been swept already by the Cougars, both meetings coming early in Big 12 play. But only 11 shots, 20-point game. Again, pretty efficient. But this time, Cougars needed more from him. He had to be the guy to really step up. On a game when, I mean, look, final score is not going to tell the full story of this. Like, Utah was pretty competitive for about, close to 2/3 of that game. Like, Utah has actually put together a couple of pretty good efforts against BYU for a team that might be the worst in the Big 12 or certainly is in the bottom three or so. But AJ Dybantsa took over today when his team needed him to. And if the three-pointer is going to become more and more a facet of the game, obviously that is his game evolving too. I will be interested to see how that goes coming up on Monday night when Arizona, which is just like as big and as bully of a lineup as you could get with the size that they have, takes on Debonsa. Like, will he have to push it back out toward the three-point line even more? Will he be feeling it now, riding the confidence of this game? We'll see. And I know I can hear some of the pushback like, hey, John, chill, dude. It's only Utah. It's only Utah. Okay. Flemings put up 40 on Texas Tech. That's a little bit different than doing it against Utah. No offense to the Utes at all, but there's some truth to that. But I think what you saw from his overall game still just gives you an idea of like the eye-popping ceiling that is there for him and how he can go if you're in the Sweet 16 or you're in the Elite 8 and you need him to be that guy that's going to go elevate the team and get you a win. I think you're seeing that the capability is there. It might not be 43 if it's in an Elite 8 game, right? If you're playing an opponent that's better than Utah, but maybe it's 31. You know, if he can pop for 30 in a game like that, he is showing that he has the capability to do that. And I don't mean to diminish the rest of this roster either. I mean, one of my absolute favorite players to watch in the Big 12 is Rob Wright. I mean, 21 points, 5 boards, 3 assists. He's just got a really savvy feel for the game. I love the way that he's able to attack off the bounce consistently. You know, I mean, Richie Saunders is like your favorite player's favorite player, the guy that's always out there making the hustle play. I saw so many guys, by the way, between these two games I'm talking about, between BYU, Utah, Houston, and Texas Tech, so many it just insane effort, rebounds. You know, Richie Saunders is a part of what reminds me of that, but just guys playing with incredible levels of effort. It's really, really fun to watch. And now, I mean, it just gets better, folks. Like, look at next week for BYU with Debonsa playing like this. We get BYU hosting Arizona on Big Monday, 8 o'clock Central Time. Number 1 Arizona coming to town. Yeah, give me some of that. And then they're at Kansas on Saturday with College GameDay in the house. How's that for a week? BYU, I mean, red hot. Just the Cougars red hot. Both programs, football, men's basketball. The Big 12, red hot. You got College GameDay each of the first 2 weeks. They're doing it during basketball season. The Tech-Houston game absolutely delivered. Tremendous game. Today, 2 freshmen dropped 40 points. Your stars are showing out. Like, outside of Darren Peterson with another injury, this time an ankle, not the hamstring, it could not have been a much better day so far for the Big 12. So kudos to AJ Dybantsa. Kudos to BYU fans. I'm going to be out there for the BYU Houston game coming up in a couple weeks. Can't wait to check that one out at the Marriott Center. But for now, whew. Hey, by the way, if you want to know if anybody's ever going to be able to knock BYU or Texas Tech off of the top of the league in football and basketball, will they just run this league forever? I'll answer that question for you if you click this video.